Welcome to the top 20 video game music from 2021. Chosen and produced by Claudio, xenmas, Kris, Leenat, Rudi, Steve. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anybody. This right now is from Scarlet Nexus. It is the OSF Advancing. Our first pick of the day shall be from Bravely Default 2, chosen by Claudio. This is the track Urgent Tidings. Ooh, great theme. Apparently it's used for a kind of escape scene. Really fun, fast, lots of like flamenco action. Very sort of elegant, and I sort of like those little pauses with the it's like a flamenco dancer is just jumping in front of your face. But wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. Let me shake it for you. Let me throw this rose in your mouth. Don't suck on the sharp-stemmed barbs, is my advice. There's lots of really fun instruments in here, like the bass slapping like crazy. There's just kind of everything. There's everything in here. And I think for a JRPG piece, when you're trying to do a boss theme or like a big moment, it really feels like everything is coming together with a really, really urgent pace. Makes it feel really, really important. And then it has another section here. I guess this is a long scene. And we're talking in the chat about how unmemorable a lot of the games were this year. I mostly remember Deathloop just because it has a lot of backtracking, a lot of repetition by design. Metroid Dread, very, very solid. Resident Evil 8, I thought, didn't really have much of an impact on me. To me, that felt like it was definitely another game in its first part of development. Returnal, I was pumped for. Didn't really stick the landing. A lot of games just really didn't stick the landing. So next year should be a lot better. But let's move on to our next track. Our next pick is from Kris. No, it isn't. Our next pick is from xenmas, also known as Michael Corey. And Nighthawks1357 in this chat. This is from Shin Megami Tensei 5, Mitatebashi. Yeah, that's really nice. I made the comment that it kind of reminds me of PS1, especially Legend of Dragoon, with those sort of like these synthy sounds with a bit of an effect on them that give them an alien kind of distant feel, like you're in an alien lounge or something. And from the Shin Megami Tensei 5 tracks that I've heard, they all seem to have like a super compressed sort of lo-fi sound, even though they're games that came out in 2021. But they're really nice songs to chill to, even though they sound alien and weird and foreign and icy. It's still kind of comforting in a way, but like always kind of keeping you off your guard. It's almost like, because they have the kick drum on the 2 and the 4, it gives it this like kind of reggae slightly feel, but then the guitar's not, or the organ. It's like everything feels kind of upside down, which is really nice. That's a comment I made on a track last week, so try to get some new ideas, man. It has to sound distorted because of the game atmosphere. I really, really like it. Oh yeah, very city sounding. Kind of city, kind of grungy, kind of dark, kind of like, you know, when you've been out of your house for the whole day and maybe you're getting a little bit tired and you're trying to find something to eat and it's a bit cloudy and the city doesn't look as friendly as it normally does. Amazing. I really, really like this track. Well, there are a lot of JRPGs I like, so maybe I should give one a try. That's so good. Next up is a pick from Kris. This is from Rune Factory 5. I don't know the name of the title. I'll try to find it for you. It's written in Japanese. Okay. That's really nice. Oh, that was the ending. Okay, that wasn't a loop. Yeah, it's a nice track. Kind of reminds me of the first one we were hearing from Bravely Default 2, Urgent Tidings, in the way that it's got this kind of romantic, elegant, royal, regal, slightly Latin kind of feel to it. Spanish royalty, not like Latin on the streets. Sort of an ominous theme, but very careful with what it's doing, what it's saying, and a lot of ambience to it. Really nice track. Well, Leenat is back making choices. This is from Life is Strange, True Colors. Hold on to.
How do I say I love you the day I let you go? How do I change all of the pain into the joy? I won't hold on to this place without you.
Hey, that was really nice, actually. That was pretty beautiful. I like her voice. You know, she does kind of have a bit of that babyish tone, but she doesn't sing in that way where they flatten all their vowels. Like, avocado and bananas in my kitchen. She doesn't do that at all. So, I really like the vocal performance a lot. The music is a really nice kind of... It's like this frozen moment in time. And the way the guitar moves is like hearing a clock ticking, you know? Oh, it's Angus and Julie Stone. Oh, crazy. This is beautiful. When you think of Life is Strange trying to be this kind of coming of age indie movie experience, a track like this just perfectly brings that home. It is really, really nice. What a gorgeous little moment. Thanks, Life is Strange. Thanks, Angus and Julia Stone. And I just thank you, Leenat. Sort of sounds like a little baby Stevie Nicks. Alright, how about this track from Rudi from Sword and Fairy number 7. Ziqui theme, Tumbling Leaf. This one goes out to a very special girl named Sandy. It's from her boyfriend. He wants to say, I'm sorry. Chrono Cross makes me think all of these type of songs are gonna start galloping away. No, I hear you, Leenat. Calling things exotic when it's like if I just showed you something that was like very traditional Canadian, just like down home country pickin' or something, and to hear somebody call it exotic. It's like somebody with Asian eyes saying very exotic eyes. Definitely exotic for everybody. And this is people from lots of different countries too. I think you'd call this exotic because it has like I think it's just kind of the way the melodies go. It's like very sort of wistful and I don't know, they almost sound like Asian eyes in a way, you know, like the way the melodies kind of have an arc up and taper off, you know. Everything sounds very kind of like beautifully drawn, like a calligraphy or something. A beautiful track. It's a Taiwanese game. Oh, interesting. I like the combination of sort of like traditional Asian instruments and then this sort of like this cheesy electric piano, almost like something you'd hear in a soap opera or like a very kind of light drama. You know, two characters having a soap opera type one-on-one conversation. Oh, Rudi just got minus 50 social credits. How dare you say that? The great country of Taiwan! Taiwan! Well, I decided to get involved in this one. I spent long and hard looking for a great Metroid Dread track, only to realize that Kris had picked the same one. And then I thought I found a really great track from Sable that I could be mine, and that was someone else's. But nobody picked this track. From Kina, Bridge of Spirits, this is Saplings. It sounds very exotic. Yeah, I really like this track. I think it has a lot of, it's super rhythmic all over the place and very, very ambient. And like, even the melody has that kind of flutter that gives it this rhythm of its own where everything is contributing to the polyrhythmic tapestry. I don't know much about this game. Seems like nobody in the chat seems to do. Definitely a jungle theme. Very exotic jungle theme. But yeah, it does sound like it's made only by instruments that could come from a rainforest, you know? Like you're blowing poison darts at people. Beautiful track. Really, really nice use of something being modern, too. It's just like so crisp. So, our good friend Big Boss Steve managed to get his picks in a few minutes before the stream. And very, very generously, Kris said, oh yeah, it should be no problem as long as you just get them in under. That's so nice of Kris to offer that, you know, we'll do all this pre-production work for Steve a few minutes before. It's not like I get on my computer about 90 minutes before and start making all the notes and getting my notepads ready and my windows and the background. But that was really nice of you, Steve. That's what Stella does all the time. Oh, she tells people, oh, you know what? Matt will do it for you. And they go, oh, thank you, Stella. Thank you for offering. How generous. Anyways, this is a pick from Steve that we're very happy to play. From Tales of Arise, Autelina Palace. Oh my god. What a beautiful track. I love the way that it feels kind of like it's kind of careening from side to side. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's just such a beautiful use of piano and the orchestra. I love the melody composition of this, the whole arc that it takes. Ooh. Really nice, subtle pieces, stuff that sounds like, we mention them all the time, but sort of like the Danny Elfman or like Nightmare Before Christmas. Really kind of introspective. You could tell so much with the track like this. It'd be so good for sort of an opening, I want to tell you the history of a world or something. You know, it's like really pulling you into this swirling, waltzy vortex of a magical world. It's just so gorgeous. Oh my god, it just gets better. Wow, very nice. Tales of Arise, Autelina Palace. Our next track chosen by Claudio from Monster Hunter Rise, Sandy Plains, Domain of Dust and Desolation. I think it should be Sandy Plains, Domain of Dust and Desolation. Oof. Yeah. Well, this track continues on. It looks like it has a lot more life in it. Really beautiful. Again, a lot of very, very elegant tracks this year. It was a year of very opulent music. Apparently this is a reworking of an older Monster Hunter track. This is from the desert. I like the way that it lets you kind of swing and nicely and move kind of like loosely with a lot of the music, but then it also has these like kind of harder hits that just really come together so well, the way they kind of land on those drums. Brum, bum, brum, bum. I love the arrangement of it. Great vocal performance. Thank God for video game music, because very nasally singers will always find a place to sing. Our next track chosen by Kris. This is from Madness Project Nexus. Chesyre Dandy. That's a really nice track. I don't get a chance to listen. Well, I say I don't get a chance to listen to much of this kind of like drum and bass. I never do. It never comes up. But this is a nice little diversion. Really nice tones. Really Really nicely constructed. I love the really tight bass and the big switch between the verse and the chorus. Future City, yeah, for sure. Like you're cruising around in your hover car, coming out of your 300-story parking garage in the slow part, and then you hit the ultra fast, 20-level skyway. Awesome. This kind of music sounds so futuristic because it's the way they combine the drum and the bass with the kind of like reggae feel. So taking music that should be kind of slow, but speeding it up. It's like you have this quick engine underneath it. But then the top part is just still slowly going along. Beautiful. Our next track, chosen by Leenat, is from Shin Megami Tensei number 5. This might be the last Shin Megami Tensei track we played today, even though there were so many nominations, but this one is a really, really great one. Tokyo Daybreak Overworld. What a sweet groove. The bass is just so expressive. For some reason, I felt like the bass was starting its first note on the up. It's not. Maybe it's because it usually does like a really quick bump. I don't know, there's something so authoritative the way it goes on there and just really makes me kind of bounce up for some reason. But I love hearing that real bass, that real kind of grindy bass. So expressive. Which really you need, if you're going to have something that's just like two chords and a lot of kind of floaty synths and stuff and just letting the electric guitar tell a bit of a story. But to me, the bass is the lead instrument. Beautiful. But now, is Shin Megami Tensei worth playing? Even if it's just Persona without all the fun. Alright, here's another one of Steve's late picks. This is from Cyber Shadow, track 16, Rooftops. Just take a look at this game. Written by Penta Drangle. Man, that's nice. Very faithful to the NES sounds, but also using a lot of the modern improvements to create just like a nicer soundscape in your head. Using more sounds from channels on the NES could do, and just also some nicer, like softer sounds as well. I like that. That really sounds like something from a Konami game, like Contra or Ninja Turtles or something. I'd never even heard of this game. Loved Shovel Knight. I'm kind of out of the loop in terms of like gaming podcasts, so I'm not hearing about every new game coming out. And there's not really like a centralized game show anymore. Even the Game Awards is like not quite E3, you know. This is really, really nice. Just a really, really solid track. Our next track is chosen by Rudi. It is from Ease 9 Monstrum. The track is called Cloaca Maxima. Ooh, man. Wow. Yeah. Good Lord. That was really, really nice. You know, a lot of times these kind of tracks these kind of rock JRPG tracks I can find so generic, or they just kind of get going and they kind of lose the plot of what they're doing. But I think this theme is so well constructed and so well performed. There's always something to grab your ear, and it stays so true to what the songs is trying to achieve. I just feel like as it goes along, it just gets more and more impactful and more emotional, and it's a hell of a theme. Be a great like montage, cutscene, boss battle. Beautifully, beautifully done. So it's from the Falcom sound team, composed by Yukihiro Jindo, but the violin, Akiko Nagano, guitar by Masaru Teramai, and bass by Atsushi Enomoto. The next pick chosen by me. This is from The Artful Escape. The track is Ode to Lightman, composed by Johnny Galvatron and Josh Abrams. Johnny Galvatron of the Galvatrons. Pretty powerful stuff, eh? Yeah, I just was having a look at some, like, 3 or 4 different articles that had recommended some of the best music, and this was on there, and I was pretty hooked on it. It's really nice. It just sounds so big and, like, emotional. It sounds like you're leading up to one of the biggest moments of your life. I wanted to turn it down a little earlier, but it just felt like it kept adding something meaningful each time. Such a nice wall of sound. And a lot of these kind of like synths that are going kind of pulling down, and while everything else is building up and all around it. Really makes you feel really smart. As Rudi says, "Oh, you're playing Fortnite? I'm playing the Artful Escape. Just listen to this track." Solving a grand puzzle. Yeah, like things are all kind of coming into place. Very powerful track. Next up, chosen by Claudio. This is from Kris Tales, The Timeless Battle. Wow! pretty interesting track. Yeah, I don't know much about this game, but it looks pretty interesting and it sounds pretty interesting. Just a really fun, rockin', rollicking, positive, upbeat, hopeful, joyous trip through a JRPG's musical vocabulary. It's like proggy, very proggy, classical hybrid with a lot of like rock and metal elements too. More like prog rock elements. Prog rock elements of classical. I mean, that drummer's going crazy. The drummer's playing this like it's a drum cover on YouTube. But it works. Our next pick from Steve. This is from Monster Hunter Stories 2, Rutoh Village. Man, really nice track. Just like, when I think of JRPGs and how fun it is to maybe get out of like a dungeon and a boss and maybe a cutscene and then you go to someplace new and it feels exotic. And you get to explore a new town or something and, you know, maybe it's by the water or there's something about this town that's unique to it that shows you how these people live and you just get to hear like a nice track. You get to relax a bit. You know that you've just already done the difficult part of the arc and now it's time to just relax and explore and immerse yourself in a new place, and that's what this track does. From Monster Hunter Stories 2. Whatever the hell that is. Didn't we just have another Monster Hunter track on here? Monster Hunter Rise? Monster Hunter is... Ever since they came out with, what was that? Monster Hunter World. That was the one where I felt like, okay, now everybody knows about it. And then they just started coming out with more and more. Especially on the Switch, too. Like, what the hell's going on? Our next track, chosen by xenmas, from Final Fantasy XIV, Ultima Thule, Close in the Distance. Sounds like it could be on Life is Strange.
Now I'm
very emotional. Almost kind of sounds like Christian rock. You know, the way it's kind of like heavy and groovy, but not offensive, and has lots of like fluttering, uplifting music you could do this to and be like, let Jesus fill you. Apparently this plays in Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker's final zone, Ultima Thule, during the last phase of the battle. So as you've gone through all the craziness in the battles, all of a sudden this plays, and it's just like, I guess you know you're gonna win, and it's the end. Oh, definitely in early 2000. Early 20s, like the 1920s, 2020s, or early 2000s. Interesting track. If you're interested in the singer, it's Sam Carter from The Architects. This next track, chosen by Kris and attempted to be chosen by me, until I realized Kris had beat me to it. This is from Metroid Dread. Burenia theme. This is the first Burenia theme. Track, the way that it sounds like what David Wise was doing with Donkey Kong Country. The way that it starts off shifting from two main chords with these sort of like bubbling, gurgling alien sounds, but then what they do is the composer introduces these other notes in those chords that kind of recontextualize them and make them feel different and add a bit of drama. And in a game that is about backtracking back and forth, but this time with new powers, it fits perfectly with what you're going to be doing in the world. Welcome, Jeremy! So, to me, it's just a perfect track for Metroid and for the alienness of it and like the organicness, but also feeling exotic, like we've said so many times today. Bubbly, gooey, and then this part here. There's like so much mystery to it. It's like icy, it's cold, it's alien, but it's organic, it's mechanical, but not. It's futuristic and emotional. I love it. Here's kind of a stupid track. This is from Guardians of the Galaxy, Zero to Hero, Star-Lord band, chosen by Leenat.
I
Yeah, I take it back me saying this is dumb. This is pretty well done. I mean, it's very, very fitting to the genre, and I guess as Leenat is saying, it's trying to replace something that would have been played as a custom track for streamer mode. So they're limited to trying to sound like they're in that genre, but it's pretty fun. Yeah, that definitely sounds like the darkness in terms of like the guitar. The vocals aren't total glam rock high enough, but pretty fun. I mean, for something that like you have to make, where you're limited in a lot of ways, I think that they did a really, really good job with that. Well, from 80s cock rock, let's listen to whatever the fuck this is. This is like retro comic. The game is Eastward. The track is Strange Quest. And it is chosen by Rudi. There's no cocks here. Wow. I was talking earlier about how that Shovel Knight successor was using retro NES sounds, but combining them with some of the modern improvements. This is really taking that old school sound, but really, really buffing it up and doing everything you can with modern sounds to just make it sound huge and lush, but also just super well composed in such a way that it takes advantage of what all these sounds are doing so well, and just making it so damn listenable. Really fun, really groovy, really uplifting. Oh my god, probably one of my favorite tracks of the week. Probably my favorite track. Yeah. There are some really good ones though. In terms of one that's like really listenable on its own, because sometimes a lot of tracks are just really good. In a lot of tracks are good in the game, but they need the context of it. Wow, that was incredible. All right, we are going to end off with a track by the indie group Tokyo Breakfast. This is from Sable. Did I say Tokyo Breakfast? Japanese breakfast. The track is called Glider. Chosen by Rudi, and this is another one that I wanted to add too, but everybody beat me to it.
Come in to me, show us the way. I'm caught between the wind and parts of the unknown. Adored between two worlds, a sight to see. It feels like everything is moving around me.
what a great bunch of track. Thanks everybody for helping me celebrate 2021 in gaming. Some great tracks I'm going to be adding to the list. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks a lot and goodbye.